Angie.
That's right, Colleen. This is an unprecedented collaboration between our state and the federal government to rent some 15,000 hotel and motel rooms to place homeless people during the pandemic. And here's the twist. These occupancy agreements do have a contingency that gives the state the option to possibly purchase the hotels outright when the pandemic is over and maybe continue using them as homeless shelters. California has more people living on the streets than any other state in the nation, more than 150,000. And now the need to move them indoors is even more urgent, with coronavirus already beginning to infect some of them, which is also a threat to the rest of the community. Today, Governor Gavin Newsom, standing in front of a Sacramento motel that's already been converted into a shelter, said 7,000 rooms have been secured with a goal of getting 8,000 more. And 869 people have already been moved in at various locations.
What we want to do is relieve the stress in our shelter system so we can separate individuals and ultimately, again, relieve the impact in our medical care delivery system if left unaddressed.
The state is giving top priority to homeless people who've tested positive for COVID-19 but don't require hospitalization, those with close contact with an infected person, people over age 65, and those with underlying health conditions. The sites will include laundry service, security, and support staff. Chef Jose Andres' World Central Kitchen will provide 3 meals a day at select locations. FEMA, which has already provided California with 1,300 trailers for homeless, will reimburse the state 75% of the cost of the hotel rooms. The state has the option to buy the hotels and motels after the pandemic is over to continue using them as shelters.
We're not just thinking short term. We're also beginning to process an orientation of focus and energy around long-term supports so that we can get people off the streets in a permanent way.
While many of the hotels haven't yet been publicly identified, some that are known are being protested. Today, people who live in Laguna Woods gathered in front of the 130-bed Ayers Hotel, objecting to Orange County's decision to place infected people there. Neighbors say more than 80% of the people who live in the area are 65 and older, and this puts them at risk.
I'm a nurse, and we do not want this thing here. There's too many seniors. They're very susceptible to everything. This is ridiculous. I don't know who made this idea, but it's so stupid.
Now, Laguna Woods city officials say they were not consulted about this. They're also opposed to it. They say the county never told them this was the plan. Orange County officials defend their decision to use this hotel, saying it's better to quarantine infected homeless people in a safe environment rather than let them wander around the streets, potentially infecting other people. Now, coming up at 7 o'clock, our investigative team is going to take a look at how this plan could work in Los Angeles. Reporting live, Angie Crouch, NBC4 News.